incinerator of all things. There's the full picture of it. But if you move your eyes from the background to the foreground up here on our right, you'll notice we have a black submarine up on the dock. This submarine is known as the Seal and was deployed in the Iraq War 2003. And after the war was over, it was put up here on the dock, where it was since fashioned into a museum. You can visit it throughout the summer, and there's a lot of history to be unpacked inside, as it was the last active submarine in the Danish Navy. We also get this tall building on our right with the black crane up top. This is the old mast crane here in our harbour. The mast crane was used throughout the 1700s to hoist the masts on the old wooden ships. And the building is incredibly fragile, mainly in that the crane up at the top is held together by unusual means. It is held together not by nails, not by bolts, it is held together by rope. And rope alone keeps that crane from toppling to the ground. Now the true mastery is how they managed to conceal this delicate network of rope inside the building, making it seem as if the crane was simply suspended from the building itself. Back in the 1700s, that was seen as quite a feat of construction. It's supervised every day and renovated every 12 years. Worthwhile nonetheless when it comes to preserving an interesting building. Directly ahead of the boat, we are now approaching a green patch of grass, cannons lined up, old buildings in the back. This is Battery 60s dating back to 1746. And the area is known because one cannon goes off twice a day. Once at sunrise and once at sunset, we hear a cannon shot from the battery, signaling to the ships out in the harbour that it's time to either hoist or lower the flag. However, here on the northern side of the globe, sunrise throughout the summer, that's 4 o'clock in the morning. And the royal family on the other side of the harbour, they didn't quite fancy waking up to cannon shots 4 o'clock in the morning all summer long. So it was declared and decreed that here in Denmark, the sun rises at 8 o'clock sharp, and not a minute before. And that's when the cannon goes off. You can also hear it. Also get a floating sauna here, known as Glacier. It's membership only, I'm afraid, but strategically placed so they get a beautiful view of the harbour, and likewise the harbour gets a beautiful view of them. You'll also notice we have these containers here. These containers have been fashioned into student homes.